Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to coverage of Audubon Green Wave softball here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We've got ourselves a good one today as the South Jersey Group 1 semifinals are set between the Woodstown Wolverines and the Audubon Green Wave. As we have another playoff game in back-to-back days, Audubon punched their ticket to the South Jersey Group 1 baseball final yesterday versus Pennsville. Audubon softball will look to do the same today versus another team down in that Pine Barrens part of the state, Woodstown. Let's go over their starting lineup as they get themselves underway here versus Emily Bobo for the Green Wave. She's going to actually be playing shortstop, Elena Copsetta is going to be the pitcher, but you know, 50-50 shot. But Dave Wildermuth is the head coach of the Wolverines, and let's go over the starting lineup here this afternoon. In center field, batting leadoff will be Emily Holliday, the senior. Batting second, and at shortstop will be Talana Minjin. The third baseman batting third is going to be number 29, Cara Delia. The cleanup hitter will be the second baseman, number 5, Kayla Brown. The number 5 hitter will be the first baseman, that would be Addison Stewart. And then the sixth hitter is the catcher, number 3, Gigi Gardascione. And batting seventh at the, oh boy, what position is that? I've never seen that before. Okay, well, batting seventh will be number 26, Haley Stewart. Batting eighth will be the right fielder, number 16, Gianna Dibus. Batting left field, and in the ninth spot in the order will be number 7, Ellie Wigan. And then the flex hitter will be number 21, Olivia Boltinghouse. For the Audubon Green Wave, as coached by Erin Small, it's going to be Emma Spire in center field, batting leadoff at the center field spot. At second base, batting second will be Alexa Canuso. The shortstop batting third will be Emily Bobo. Abby Toll is the cleanup hitter behind the plate. Batting fifth will be Brooke Felly. She will be at first base. Batting sixth, and at third base will be Allison Yerkeba. The designated fielder will be Ava Griebel in the seventh spot. There will be Abby Calhoun, the left fielder, batting eighth, and then Adriana Di Valerio is the 9-hole hitter. Elena Copsetta is the pitcher and the flex person in the order as well. Woodstown is wrapping up their infield-outfield, but I will say it's quite ironic that Audubon baseball and softball have gone through the exact same path to get to where they are now as they look to have a good 7 innings today and punch their ticket to the semifinals. As we've said, Audubon baseball and softball were the number 2 seeds in both sports. They beat the number 15 seed to get to where we are. They beat the number 7 seed to get to where they are. Woodstown is the number 3 seed. They beat Pennsville 7-3 on the 30th of May to advance to the semifinals, and Audubon beat Buna 9-4 to advance to the semifinals. So we've got one more game to play before we have a South Jersey Group 1 champion, and also we'll provide updates on the Haddon Township Clayton game. My buddy Chris Baker is over there in Clayton covering that game, so we'll give you score updates when they become available, but the game started about 15 minutes ago, so we'll let you know. We'll go to a quick break. Woodstown lining up on the first base side. They're just wrapping up the infield-outfield drills, and we'll be right back with lineups and first pitch from the Audubon Little League Complex in the South Jersey Group 1 semifinals. Here we are from the Audubon Little League Complex. Both teams in their dugouts getting ready. Dave Windermuth giving his Woodstown club a little hype-up speech before the game as Audubon will now take the field in the South Jersey Group 1 semifinals. It's going to be a good one today, and for the first time in DWB softball coverage this season, it will not be Emily Bobo on the mound. Instead, the freshman Elena Copsetta is going to be taking the hill here this afternoon for the Audubon Green Wave. Let's go over that starting lineup one more time for the Woodstown Wolverines. Again, is coached by Dave Wildermuth. There is Emily Holliday. She is the center fielder, batting leadoff. After that is Tulana Minjin. She is the shortstop. Batting third and at third base is going to be number 29, Cara Delia. At the second base spot, batting cleanup is going to be Kayla Brown. At the first base spot, batting fifth is going to be Addison Stewart. The catcher, batting sixth, will be Gigi Guardasigione. And then the designated player spot is going to be number 26, Haley Stewart. And then the right fielder will be number 8, it's number 16 in the 8th spot in the order, Gianna Dibus. The left fielder will be number 7, Ellie Wagon. And then in the flex spot will be the pitcher, Olivia Boltinghouse. As Copsetta gets set here for another start here in one of the most pivotal games of the season. Emily Bobo had a great one on Friday to kick off the Memorial Day weekend versus the Buna Chiefs. But now the task is taking care of the Woodstown Wolverines and punching that ticket to the South Jersey Group 1 finals. As Emily Holliday will lead it off for the Wolverines here in the top of the first. By the way, for those that are looking for a score update, Clayton leads Haddon Township 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Make sure to follow my good buddy Chris Baker on Twitter for more updates and score-related situations in that game. So here is Emily Holliday facing, Elena Copsetta. 1.34 ERA in 2023, 46 hits allowed, 68 innings pitched, 113 strikeouts. And she will look to get the ball rolling here for the Green Wave versus Woodstown. First pitch is a strike right down Broadway, and we are underway in the South Jersey Group 1 semifinals. One. Whoa, high and away. One, fouled back. Woodstown defeated Pennsville 7-3 in the quarterfinal round to get to where they are now. Audubon beat Buna 9-4 on Friday, which you can watch after the game on Nanlope's broadcasting, to get to the semifinal round. If they win, again, they'll play either Haddon Township or Clayton, as make that strikeout number 114 for Copsetta, as Holliday is retired, one away. Here is Minjin, left-handed hitting shortstop here for Woodstown. Strike one. Foul back, 0-2. Woodstown going into this game 19-6. And as we said, these baseball and softball teams have followed nearly identical paths. In fact, they followed identical paths, just the difference is the opponents that they've played in the meantime. Considering that Audubon was the number 2 seed in both baseball and softball, and they've beaten the number 15, 7, and now they're facing the 3 seed in the third round, but to get to where they are now, they had down the 15 seed and the 7 seed. So here's the pitch from Capseta. Getting set here, and the delivery outside. So again, Bobo being not on the mound, she's at shortstop. Abby Toll behind the plate. Brooke Felly at first base. Alexa Canuso at second. Bobo at short. Allison Yerkeba on the infield grass at third, and then in the outfield from left to right, it's going to be Calhoun in left, Spire in center, and then DiValerio in right. So foul ball there. Still 2-strike count to Minden. To Minden, excuse me. Cara Delia is on deck for Woodstown here in the top of the first, just getting started here at the Audubon Little League Complex. Just 2 batters in here. Another foul back to the press box. To the uninhabited press box, I will say. Yeah. They really only unlock it for Little League. They don't do it for the softball stuff, which I think, honestly, they could really benefit from having a public address announcer, somebody who plays music and, you know, gets the blood flowing and, you know, gets the adrenaline up.
They had their music beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, but they've got it in like one of those tailgating speakers, you know, in the dugout, which I guess is, you know, I guess will suffice, but, you know, considering what the baseball team's got, you've got the speakers right there, you've got the microphones, might as well use them.
They don't have you anymore.
There's a line drive foul. Still 2-2. Again, Cara Delia, the third baseman, or rather Delia, on deck for Woodstown, and she'll be followed by Brown, the second baseman.
We are not super familiar with these names, so if anything gets butchered, we apologize.
Well, I did talk with Dave Wildermuth before the game about these pronunciations, as I do before, you know, every game. As here's a pop-up, your Kaba is there, 2 down. But I talked to every coach before the game about, you know, how do I say this person's name and how do I say this guy's name?
Try to get the best pronunciation.
We try to do the best we can, but like Pennsville yesterday had some really long names, and then there's some teams that just have really simple names, but yeah, here is Cara Delia. See, that one I remember because I was told that specifically is not Delia, it's Delia. So that's the one I'm most confident about. So Delia swings at the first pitch and wavers at it, 0-1. And again, it's going to be Spire, Canuso, and Bobo, the first 3 for the Green Wave in the bottom half of the first. Fouled back. Woodstown in their orange tops and blue pants. Green Wave in their typical dark green tops with the gray pants. Which are, I mean, Audubon baseball does the same thing. They wear gray pants even though they're at home. A lot of teams, you know, the traditional mindset is you wear white pants at home, you wear gray pants on the road, but Audubon only needs one pair of pants, so we'll try this again. Delia trying to get a base runner on here in the top half of the first for the Wolverines, but that one misses inside. And here's the pitch. High and away.
Just missed.
2-2. Strike 3, inside corner. Capseta strikes out 2 and gets the other to pop out, so a seamless, flawless inning. And Audubon will look to put up some runs here early in the South Jersey Group 1 semis. Green Wave with their first chance to bat coming up next. Audubon and Woodstown squaring off in the South Jersey Group 1 semifinals here this afternoon from the Audubon Little League Complex. Olivia Boltinghouse is the starting pitcher here for the Wolverines this afternoon, as we have no score. After a half inning, Woodstown went down 1-2-3, and now the first batter for the Green Wave will be the freshman Emma Spire. It'll be Spire, Canuso, and Bobo, the first three this afternoon for the Green Wave. First pitch from Boltinghouse, the right-hander. That one is upstairs. 1-0. Slap hit out towards third, and the throw over is not in time. And that's how we start the offensive for the Green Wave, as Spire gets aboard. And Alexa Canuso will hit here, the sophomore. Spire's going, throw to second is not in time. First pitch stolen base, and Spire takes perfect advantage of it, so that's going to put a runner on second here for the Green Wave, with a 1-0 count to Canuso. Little pop-up out towards first, and a nice catch at the catcher's position. Taken in there by Guardaschione, but one down for Bobo. She has one home run on her junior campaign versus Gateway earlier in the regular season. Spire trails off a second, but holds up as a strike is called to Bobo. Line drive, base hit in the left field, coming around, and Spire is going to get held up, and now it goes to Guardaschione at the plate. The ball is bobbled, and she is safe. She escapes the rundown and scores. Well, how about it? Emma Spire looked dead in the water halfway at third base, and she took advantage of a defensive miscue by Woodstown and came around to score. So Bobo is now on second, as the cleanup hitter for Audubon, Abby Toll, will square off here versus Boltinghouse.
That's what happens when you keep battling.
Oh yeah. Always getting through to the softball. I almost said baseball, but you know, wrong sport. Inside. So again, runner on second for Audubon. And one out, and one is upstairs. The defensive lineup for Woodstown is going to be obviously Boltinghouse on the mound, Guardaschione behind the plate, and then in the infield it is Stewart at first base, Brown at second, Delia at third, and then Minjin at shortstop. As that one is ball four, Abby Toll getting a base on balls now, as Brooke Felly, the freshman, is now up. Fifth batter of the inning for the Green Wave, and just one out recorded for the Wolverines. There'll be a pinch runner over at first base for Toll. So here's Brooke Felly, the freshman. She'll be followed by your Caba in the order, who had a grand slam on Friday versus Buna. There's a line drive out towards right center field. That one's going to drop. Here comes the throw to the plate. Bobo's barreling around third. She will score. RBI single off the bat of the freshman Felly. Getting all the way to third is going to be the pinch runner, Marone, in place for Toll. And it is now 2-0. As now there will be a mound visit here for the Wolverines as they look to do some damage control with 2 runners home and only 1 out here in the first. 3 hits strung together for the Green Wave has put us in the position that we're at now, but Bobo had already scored, Spire had scored, and we've got ourselves a good one in store. So here's your Caba now. The senior third baseman, batting .321 in 2023. 4 home runs, 9 in her high school career. And a .607 slugging percentage, according to NJ.com in their statistics bar, but 18 for 56. And that is a bit of a departure from the .483 batting average that she had in her junior year. And stealing second base uncontested will be Felly. So we've got ourselves 2 runners in scoring position here as Audubon looks to pile on some more. And how about a bit of a strategy call here? They are going to intentionally walk your Caba to bring up Griebel. This is a very quickly moving, very quickly moving game, I gotta say. I mean, everything's just going so fast, and you think baseball just kind of hangs around a little bit longer, and this game is definitely more efficient.
It is fastball. Fast pitch softball.
Right. I mean, they throw quickly in baseball as well.
Making a very bad joke.
Yeah, it was a bad joke, but it's 1-0 to Griebel.
You don't have bad jokes, you have mom jokes.
Griebel, the DH. That's a strike. Griebel, the junior, .290 average, 20 for 69 at the plate, 5 walks, 3 stolen bases. Had a 3-hit game early in the season versus Gloucester, as that one is upstairs. Great crowd on hand. On both sides of the ball in blue and orange and in green and gold, really. Even with Woodstown being 45, 50 minutes away, they've put on a good attendance record. But that one is going to be a pop-up caught at short by Brown, rather caught at second. And there is 2 down, but not before the 8th hitter of the inning is going to bat here, and that would be Abby Calhoun. Taking a bit of a different approach this afternoon. Calhoun was usually second in the order, but has dropped down to the 8th spot in favor of Canuso, getting moved up a little bit. So here we go. First pitch to Calhoun with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Audubon has already plated 2 runs here in the bottom of the first versus Woodstown. And again, the winner of this game will play the winner of Haddon Township and Clayton, the Clippers, in the South Jersey Group 1 final, as that one is high and away. One and one, high and away, 2-1. Boltinghouse trying to get out of the jam. Pitch to Calhoun. There's the strike. Calhoun batting .308 in her sophomore campaign, 16 for 52. All singles, 8 walks, 2 stolen bases, and 8 runs scored. And multi-hit games versus Sterling and Gloucester. A pop-up to first, and it is caught to retire the side. But Audubon gets 2 runs on the board. We go to the second. Green Wave lead by 2. Audubon leads 2-0 over the Woodstown Wolverines here in the top of the second after the orange and blue went down 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts and a pop-out, as now Brown, the second baseman, will hit here for Woodstown. First pitch popped up, back behind the plate and foul. That one goes onto the press box and down, out of play.
Yeah, exactly. You know that milk you drank with your cereal this morning? That's what it was.
And the pitch. Outside corner not called. That one misses. Capseta delivers again. Hopped up shallow down the third baseline and off of someone's front bumper. That is the risk you take with parking over down there, and I think it hit that one behind the Audubon dugout. You have the same risk with baseball as well, but you are not as close, if you will. Strike 3 called, and Brown is down on strikes, bringing up Stewart. So here's Stewart, batting here for the Wolverines. 4 up, 4 down for Capseta. There's a strike. All 3 strikeouts for the freshman Elena Capseta have been looking. There's another one. pitch to the sophomore Addison Stewart. Outside. 333 average in 2023, 22 for 66, 4 extra base hits, 12 walks, and 2 stolen bases. Had a couple of 2-hit games this year, nothing further. And here's another delivery. Outside, and just a little bit high. Not by much, though. Really, not by much. Audubon's faithful lining the fence out here in the outfield. Totally complex. Some of them standing shoulder to shoulder, enjoying the ball game. Here is a slow grounder out towards the mound. Capseta flips it to first in time, and there is 2 away promptly here in the second, as Gigi Guardascione is now batting for Woodstown. By the way, our next broadcast of Audubon Green Wave Sports will be next month. Yes, it will be. June 2nd on Friday. We'll be down in Buna covering the South Jersey Group 1 final between the Green Wave and the Chiefs. First pitch is set for 4 p.m. on Friday, June 2nd. Yes. And we are working on getting a game for Saturday, whether it is the South Jersey Group 1 softball final, or we are talking about getting the South Jersey non-public final, which would be a great game viewership-wise. But not to say that the softball one wouldn't be as well, but that's more unknown considering we haven't broadcast as much softball on the road. We haven't broadcast any softball games on the road. All of our coverage has been right here in Audubon. We were supposed to cover earlier in the year Audubon and Delran, and me and my buddy who was producing the game, we went all the way up to Delran only to find out we were at the wrong field, and the time it would take for us to, you know, set up all the equipment again, you know, was just kind of like, well, we'll just cover them in the playoffs and, you know, kind of make it up, if you will, because, you know, we didn't drive all the way up there for nothing. But
it takes too long to break it down and move it.
Yeah, I mean, it takes us like, what, 20 minutes to break everything down, but wow. Talk about breaking down an at-bat right there. Make it 4 strikeouts for Elena Capseta. She continues to mow down the Wolverines in order. 6 up, 6 down. Audubon leads 2-0 after 1.5. The only batter to not grab a bat in the first, Adriana Di Valerio, is going to lead off here for the Green Wave in the bottom of the second inning. 8 hitters came to the plate for Audubon. 2 of them scored, but the Green Wave did leave the bases loaded after consecutive pop-outs to the infield. First pitch to Di Valerio is a slow roller out towards short. Picked up, throw to first is in time. 1 away. And here is Emma Spire. She singled on a slap hit and scored her first time. strike. 0-1. Ground ball out towards second. Diving stop and a flip to first. What a play by Brown, and picked up by Stewart. There's 2 down. Spire doesn't get out much, but you got to go to great lengths to get her out, and that's exactly what Woodstown just did. Incredible defensive play there, as now Alexa Canuso will hit here for the Green Wave. 2 up, 2 down to start the second. High and away, 1-0. Up. Gonna try to find a spot, and it goes into the Woodstown seating area. 2-strike count to Canuso. Popped up, first base side. That's gonna drop. It found a hole, but unfortunately it was foul, so that is gonna make it still a 2-strike count to Canuso. Emily Bobo on deck for the Green Wave, if this inning were to continue, of course. Liner caught it short, and the inning is over. Some web gems by Woodstown in the bottom of the second inning as they make amends for the 2-run first with some incredible defense in their infield. We go to the third, 2-0 Green Wave. Here in the top of the third inning, Copsetta has retired the first 6 in order for Woodstown, as we've got ourselves a great ball game up here in Audubon, as the South Jersey Group 1 setup, the semis, are keeping on here, as this broadcast is brought to you in part by DJK Roofing, South Jersey's #1 roofing supplier, with over 200 5-star reviews on the web. Get a free quote today by calling 856-778-3900. Foul back. A quick ball game going on over in Clayton. The Clippers lead 3-1 over the Haddon Township Hawks, going to the bottom of the 5th inning. That would mean that that game's only been going on for 40 minutes, and it's already in the bottom of the 5th.
We've been going for 51, and we're in the top of the 3rd.
Well, we also started the broadcast.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. So.
We always like to get a head start.
Yeah, always get ahead early here. 7, 8, 9 up here for Woodstown. Stewart, Dybus, and Wigan. Swing on it. And that'll be the second strike. So that was my strike 3 call. Got a little ahead of myself, but
You're calling it then.
We'll see what the bottom of the order can do here for Woodstown going into the middle innings. Well, there you go. Strike 3. Swing and a miss, and the 5th strikeout for Copsetta. Brings Stewart into the dugout here as there is one down for Gianna Dybus. And Emma Wigand on deck for the Wolverines after her. First pitch. Backs up a little bit, but it's inside. 1-0. Outside. Swing and a foul tip. Should be 2-1. Another swing and a miss. 2-2. Copsetta with 5 strikeouts make that 6. 2 down. Dybus is retired, and now Wigand, the left fielder, will bat. Wigand's getting set here for Woodstown as Copsetta has retired 6 of the 8 batters that she's faced by strikeout, and she's retired all 8 of them consecutively. If the inning were to continue, Emily Holliday is on deck for the Wolverines. But Audubon leads 2-0. Swing. Yes. Outside. Whoa, that'll be a hit by pitch. And Woodstown's got a base runner. Only the 5th hit by pitch that Copsetta has surrendered this year, but that's going to give Woodstown a base runner here as Wigand is going to try to walk this one off. And she'll go back to the base without much of a problem. So here's Holliday. Outside, and the throw back to first is going to be not in time, so they tried throwing behind the runner. There's a strike. And here's the pitch. Nope. Time called. Emily Holliday at the dish here. Two-strike count. And the delivery fouled off towards the right side, and there's a fan that almost made the catch, but oh so close. Looks like Zach Fayer of the soccer team brought it in. couple of freshmen and other underclassmen here this afternoon. And here's a two-strike pitch foul back.
Evidently, we're just in time for the Fast and Furious premiere here.
Ceremonies started by Dominic Toretto. I think that's a really nice Nissan GTR that's back there. Sounds real nice. High and away, throw down to second base is not in time. I didn't catch that one, it was a little too shaky on my camera, but a close call. So runner on second here for Woodstown is Holiday. Looks to defend a two-strike count. So Woodstown with their first taste of a runner in scoring position. We'll see if they can sniff a run here as swing and a miss. Capseta denies Woodstown from getting anywhere further than second base. Still no hits through 3 for Woodstown as the Green Wave lead 2-0 after 2.5. My goodness, 7 strikeouts for Elena Capseta. We'll go to break. Boltinghouse facing Emily Bobo here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Green Wave lead 2-0 over the Woodstown Wolverines in the South Jersey Group 1 semifinals as the first pitch is a strike, 0-1. Clayton leads Haddon Township 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning, and I've been told by Chris Baker that that game is flying by. A lot of 1-2-3, a lot of first pitch swings, which there's going to be a line drive in the left. Bobo is 2 for 2. Double and a single, and she's off to a hot start here in the early innings as she gets herself a couple of knocks, and Abby Toll will now bat here for the Green Wave. Little tapper out towards the first base side and fouled. Inside. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pearlie's Printing and Bantles Banner Signs and Apparel, the true one-stop shop for all your print and promotional needs with a 5-star Google rating. Over 50 years in business, handling any ink on paper project as well as banners, signs, apparel, and promotional swag. A fly ball to right, taken in out there, and trailing off at first is Bobo, but she'll hold up as Dybus makes the catch. One down. A runner on first here for Brooke Felly. Foul on a liner. into the trees and onto the street. I love how everybody who's in town and knows there's a softball game going on immediately just slows down as they're rolling by the field because they know what can happen. But either you slow down and you increase your chances of getting hit by a ball, or you just absolutely gun it down the road and try to decrease that chance. Here's going to be an infield single off the bat of Felly as that ball just kind of died in the infield grass, and now your Caba's going to bat here. Audubon's dugout showing some love. With their rhythmic chants in unison. Runners on first and second. Bobo on second. Felly on first. Runners away. 1-0. Popped up first base side. Getting over there and making the catch will be Stewart. And there's 2 down now for Griebel. Seventh batter in the order for the Green Wave and the 5th to bat this inning. With 2 outs and 2 on, ball's in the dirt, and there's nobody covering third, so the throw is deposited to the shortstop, Miss Minjin, and that puts 2 runners in scoring position now for the Green Wave. So a successful double steal, although a delayed one at that. The Green Wave in another prime position to score here with Griebel at the dish. She'll be followed by Calhoun if the inning continues. Outside.
Yeah, you said something interesting last game for softball that is a huge difference with baseball. You said that the runners for softball cannot leave the base and take a lead like the baseball players can.
Yeah, you're seeing that right here, although time is being called and we're going to have another mound visit here, so.
But just in case anybody wasn't familiar with it, they might be wondering, well, why aren't these girls moving up? But you have to be touching the base.
And it's a fair rule because, oh, hold on. We're going to have a pitching change here mid-batter. I think that maybe Boltinghouse might be hurt. I think that they're going to...
Yeah, I think she might be.
She might have maybe pulled a muscle or something, but
hopefully
obviously...
she'll be okay.
Yeah, hopefully she'll be okay, but Boltinghouse is out of the game after 2 2/3 innings. We're going to have a Parolee's printing pitching change here. The new pitcher is number 1, White. That is... Excuse me. That is Grace White, the junior. So we will go to break as White comes into the game for Boltinghouse after an apparent maybe injury, but I'm not going to speculate too much on that because it was mid-inning, mid-at-bat. That is more common in baseball than it is in softball. That is much more of an anomaly in softball. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back after this. 2-0 Audubon in the bottom of the 3rd. New pitcher for Woodstown, Grace White, coming in mid-at-bat here versus Ava Griebel. We believe that Olivia Boltinghouse came out of the game due to an injury. She was seen on our replay that we saw limping after throwing the ball to Griebel. So she'll be relieved, and hopefully she will recover quickly. But it's 2-1 to Griebel. Calhoun on deck with 2 on and a 2-out situation with a 2-1 count now, and fouled back to the press box. 2-2. And again, a Pearlie's pitching change here. Grace White, the junior, wearing the number 1 in the game for the Wolverines. She goes into this one with 53 innings pitched, a 2.11 ERA, 67 strikeouts. Last appearance versus Pennsville on the 25th. Pop up, shallow right, and sliding and making the catch out in right field. Great play by Gianna Davis. Inning over. We go to the 4th. Audubon leaves 2 on. It is 2-0 Green Wave. Here in the top of the 4th, it's time for DWB Trivia Time. Today's question is, what was the year that the Philadelphia A's moved to Kansas City? Before moving to Oakland, was it 1979, 1945, 1954, or 1962? The answer will be revealed in the bottom of the 4th inning. Copsetta back out for another frame as the Green Wave lead 2-0 over the Wolverines. They've left a handful of runners on base this afternoon, but still have a 2-run lead to boot as they approach the middle innings of this game. With Woodstown having no hits but a single base runner, as Wigan was hit by a pitch and advanced to second on a stolen base, but advanced no further. First pitch is a strike called outside to Minjin. Bit of a tough call there on the outside corner, but it's 0-1. That one misses downstairs. 1-1 count to Manjin. It's 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Wolverines here in the top of the 4th.
Imagine.
It's an outside pitch right there by Copsetta. You're watching coverage of Audubon Green Wave playoff softball here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. If you have any questions or comments about today's broadcast, drop me a line at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com. 2-1 pitch. Line drive, left field base hit. First one today for Woodstown. And it comes off the bat of Minjin. So runner on first here as Audubon's going to try to battle back here. Bringing up Delia. So a leadoff single for Woodstown as Cara Delia, the third baseman, is at the plate here. Foul. Delia, the junior, .438 average here in 2023, 32 for 73. 8 extra base hits, 12 walks, and 6 hit by pitches. Had a 3-hit game versus Gloucester Catholic on the 17th of May and versus Cape May Tech on the 23rd. Toll pump fakes, but doesn't let the throw off. It looked like Minjin kind of trailed off towards second base. Looked like she was going to run, but Toll thought better of it, and so did the base runner. So we'll try this again here versus Delia. That one is upstairs. Toll again eyeing down first base. Trying to get something going here. I mean, obviously, after not allowing any hits through the first 3 innings and then having that leadoff single kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and in a close game, doesn't help. So, 2-strike count now. 2-2 to Delia, with Brown on deck, who struck out her first time. Here's the 2-2. High and away. Again, Toll keeping an eye on that base runner. I mean, you don't have to throw it too far, being, 60 feet away, but I've been on that softball mound, and, back when I played baseball, it's not easy being a pitcher from that distance, especially when, you're a little kid. It's just so difficult to not be scared when you're throwing from that close of a distance, but Capseta retires Delia, and now Brown will bat here. With 1 down here in the 4th. With 8 Ks for Elena Capseta. I've noticed that there are a lot more strikeouts in softball than there are in baseball. I think that you see a lot of times in baseball, like almost every game that we've done, the starting pitcher has gotten at least close to 10 strikeouts. And there's a lot more swings and misses. There's a lot more foul balls. Meanwhile, there's a lot more of an urge in baseball to swing early and get the at-bat, kind of over with.
Right.
And you don't see too many battles of sorts. So the game in softball is a lot more heavily favored in the hands of the pitcher. But as we were going over that, a stolen base by Minjin puts a runner in scoring position here for Woodstown. They still trail 2-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. Capseta delivers away. Yeah, Urqueba's been playing close to the line all day. She's been playing either in the infield grass or really close to it. Meanwhile, the middle infielders, Canuso and Bobo, are just playing straight up. The liner out towards left. That's going to drop in fair territory. No, it is a foul ball. Close play there. Couldn't tell for sure with that angle, but counts just the same. I'm hearing seagulls. What are we, in Wildwood? I don't hear those seagulls except for when we're down the shore, really.
Some of them came up here when they opened up a trash facility. Some of them were on the trucks and they stayed around.
They kind of migrated.
Yeah.
There's a ground ball out towards Bobo at short, picked up, throw on the run is in time, and there's 2 outs. So Bobo retires Brown, and this brings up the first baseman, Stewart. Runner on third for Woodstown. They're closer than they ever have been today to scoring in this one. A little tapper out towards second. Canuso makes the play, and the inning is over. Woodstown gets to third, but does not score. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 2-0 Green Wave. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, it's time for DWB Trivia Time. Today's question is, when was the first year, or when was the year that the Philadelphia A's moved to the Kansas City location? Currently is the Oakland Athletics, they're known. 1979, 1945, 1954, 1962. Producer Donna Wilkins, what's your answer?
1954.
You would be correct. It is 1954. Was the first year that Kansas City, or rather the Philly A's, became the Kansas City A's, and then less than 10 years later, they became the Oakland Athletics. But a 1-0 count to start the 4th year as Calhoun, DiValerio, and Spire, the 3 outfielders in succession, will be the first 3 to hit for the Green Wave. Have you watched any of the hit TV show Succession at all?
No.
You have not? Okay. I've heard good things about it, and when I said the hitters are, going in succession, thought about it.
Every time I tune into a hit TV show, then they take it off the air, so.
Or it just loses its flair,
Yeah. But with all of the streaming things that we have nowadays,
you can just watch it whenever.
I can come back and watch it some other time.
Yeah. So here's the pitch to Calhoun from White. Reached at it a little bit, but it's a foul ball. Again, our next DWB broadcast will be Friday, June 2nd, as the Green Wave face off against the Buna Chiefs in the South Jersey Group 1 final. 4 o'clock is the start time from Corolla Field down in Buna.
Can't wait to see the horses again.
Oh yeah, there was a horse pasture back there and everything. I was talking with Charlie Grady today, and he said that the horses were haying the whole time, and I was like, "Are you sure that's what you wanted to say?" And I finally corrected him, and I said, "No, it's neighing."
Yeah, neighing.
He said the horses are haying the entire time.
I think that's what they eat.
Yeah, they eat hay.
We don't say hay.
Yeah. Hey, how are you?
If a horse is saying hey, we're rich.
Yeah. We'll get on TLC and everything. And outside to DiValerio. But I mean, the horse pasture back there. But yeah, the horses are haying all the time. Audubon baseball, I think, has produced the most Harvard students of anybody else. The foul ball. I've said some off-the-cuff things before. That's for sure. Because I can't fault them.
No.
I was calling Buna Buena for the longest time. I was saying...
We don't live down there.
Yeah.
How do we know?
Down the shore, I was saying Absecon instead of Absecon.
Yeah, that one I knew.
Yeah. I've never been there. I've never been to Absecon.
You said to me, it's Absecon. I'm like, what? You mean Absecon?
Yeah. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Absecon.
That's funny.
Here's the pitch from White. Wavered at it. And DiValerio is down on strikes now for Emma Spire, the freshman. Strike one, outside corner. And again, still up in the air whether we'll have a broadcast Saturday, but for more information, check out our Twitter at DW Broadcasting to find out where we'll be at any given time. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2. Obviously, with the season winding down, a lot more off days. Time for us to enjoy our summer and, take some dips in pools and everything like that. And it's just, great time of the year.
Depends on who's inviting us over.
Yeah, that's true. We do know some folks with above-ground pools
Yeah.
and below-ground pools.
Be in the Pittman Swim Club.
I was surprised that an above-ground pool is not nearly as expensive as I thought it would be.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that it would be like maybe half as much as a as an in-ground pool, but they're like, an above-ground pool is like $2,000, and an in-ground pool is like maybe 50 grand. But that's a swing and a miss worth 50 grand as White retires the side in order. We go to the 5th, moving along here in Audubon with a low score and 2-0 ball game. Top of the 5th inning, moving along here in Audubon as Elena Copsetta with 8 strikeouts through 4 as she continues to mow down Woodstown. As we've got ourselves a good one. Audubon got 2 runs in the first, and I was thinking that this game was going to be pretty lopsided, but Woodstown, even with a pitcher being taken out of the game in the 4th inning, being able to rebound from that and being able, or excuse me, the pitcher Boltinghouse being taken out in the 3rd inning and then coming back, and Woodstown's really laid down the hammer, but unfortunately their offense has not had much of an answer versus Elena Copsetta. So
How's that other game doing?
We'll check in just a second. I mean, that game was going along quicker than I could fathom. That's a foul ball off the bat of Gardascione. Clayton did beat Haddon Township 5-1. So, oh, there's a line drive back up the middle, base hit. Goes to Spire. That's going to put a runner on first here for Woodstown as Gardascione gets aboard, and now Stewart will bat.
So the winner will face Clayton?
Yes, that is correct. And that will be in Clayton because Clayton is the #1 seed.
Oh, okay.
Which would be quite ironic considering that last year's South Jersey Group 1 final was Audubon versus Clayton.
Wow.
Clayton winning that game 7-1.
That would be an epic rematch.
It would be. I mean, these are the two softball powerhouses, really. Audubon and Clayton in South Jersey Group 1 play. It's been year in and year out. I think, like, you know, do you remember back, like, maybe 5-6 years ago when the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers were in the NBA Finals, literally 4 years in a row, unbeaten?
Right.
That's kind of what Audubon softball versus Clayton softball is kind of just turned into now. That's kind of just what it is. But, yeah, here we go. Versus Stewart. That being Haley Stewart, the senior, who struck out her first time. That one skips away, and going to second base will be the pinch runner for Gardascione, which is Lehman. Stewart batting .322 in her senior year. 19 for 59 with 19 RBIs and 18 walks. So got some good plate discipline there. As Kaylee Lehman stands on second base, there's a foul ball out towards Walnut. Headed for somebody's front yard. would be a 2-strike count. Outside. Inside. Inside, ball 4. A single on a walk to start the 5th puts Woodstown in business. And as we were talking about good plate discipline, working from behind in the count and being able to work that 19th walk. And now Erin Small talking to her pitcher, Copsetta.
I'm assuming this is the sister of our Copsetta on the baseball team?
I believe either a sister or a cousin.
Oh, okay. Can see the athleticism runs in the family.
I believe I talked to Jason yesterday about that, or on Friday, and he said he's pretty sure. I think it's not direct, but it's...
Okay.
I mean, Copsetta is not like a incredibly common last name.
No,
So.
no, that's why I figured maybe they'd be...
But I do believe so, yes. Here's Gianna Dibus. Popped up and caught with a collision at the plate between two teammates, Toll and Urtaba, but it's minor enough to where it's a moot point, and there's one away as Dibus pops out quickly to set the stage for Emma Wigan. Strike 1 to Wigan, the number 9 hitter here for Woodstown. With 1 out and 2 on. Runners on first and second for the Wolverines. That is a strike 3 call, and Copsetta with 9 strikeouts will now bring us back to the top of the order for Emily Holliday. Ground ball out to Bobo, diving stop, and the flip to second is in time. Bobo replicated what Woodstown did earlier, but to a greater extent, as Bobo makes a phenomenal diving play at shortstop to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, 2-0 Green Wave. Here we go, bottom of the 5th inning. Audubon leading Woodstown 2-0 in the South Jersey Group 1 semifinals as first pitch is a swing and a miss. Canuso will be the 3rd hitter in the inning, Spire 2nd, and then DiValerio for this year. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Garden State Pet Center, an independently owned full-service pet store with a specialty in promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest products available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Visit us today at 226 South White Horse Pike in Audubon, open 7 days a week. You can also visit their website at exoticpetsnj.com. I would love to have a pet snake someday. Have it be my color commentator. You might kick me out of the house by that point.
All right. I'm with Indiana Jones. Why did it have to be snakes?
Why did it have to be snakes? There's a swing and a miss. Excuse me, Calhoun is down on strikes. DiValerio is now up, and Spire is on deck. High and away. Oh, I see what they're doing here. Okay. Excuse me on that part. Bobo is now the hitter. I thought something was off, but yeah, Bobo is now the hitter. So my apologies on that part. I was like, something doesn't look right, and then I realized Bobo's at the dish, and this isn't DiValerio, so apologies on that front. Here's the pitch, down and in. Strike 2. One more chance here for Bobo. There's a line drive deep out to left field, and it is over the head of Wigan going to second base, and in there standing up is Emily Bobo. 1 out double. Liner out towards center. That's a base hit. Bobo's rounding third, and she will score. RBI single off the bat of Toll, and the Green Wave pushed the envelope a little further. It's 3-0. So here is Brooke Felly. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Popped up, second base. Over towards Brown, who makes the catch. 2 outs now for Yerkeba. Yerkeba was intentionally walked and also popped out in this ballgame. Swing and a miss, hefty hack there, and it's 0-1. Swing and a miss again, 0-2. Runner on first, 2 down. Audubon pushed across another run here in the fifth, rather. And it's another swing. 3 in a row as Yerkeba goes down on strikes. Ooh, goes down on strikes. 3 in a row. We go to the 6th. 3-0 Audubon. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Elena Copsetta still wheeling and dealing out there as the Green Wave lead 3-0 over the Woodstown Wolverines. Here in the South Jersey Group 1 semifinals, as Woodstown's got 6 more outs before the Green Wave can say they've punched their ticket to the final round, which again would be versus Clayton on Saturday, June 3rd. But that depends on who wins this game first. We've got to decide a winner here before we can decide who plays in Clayton. Clayton being the consensus #1 seed.
Did they give us a time for that game yet?
Well, considering it's a Saturday, really could be anything. That's going to be a base hit in the center field. Off the bat of Minjin. And now Caradelia's got a bat here. Little grounder, third base side, Yerkeba picks it up, it's a foul ball. 1-1. Outside. Fly ball, right center field. This one is deep, and it is just to the right of our booth and gone. Caradelia with a home run that Almost made me jump out of my shoes. It's 3-2. So after the leadoff single, Delia skies one to right center, and it sails out. So Erin Small coming out here to talk to her pitcher Copsetta after the long ball. But that's a huge energy booster here for Woodstown. They're going to need it, especially here in the 6th. Really needed the boost of, after being shut out for that long, being able to put yourselves on the board and make it a one-run game. Having that energy on the road is not easy. So the fact that they're able to do it and able to clap back a little bit really helps the case. But
I just heard the screams, and I looked, and I saw the outfielder coming our way, and I was like, brace for impact.
well, I thought it was going to actually hit the top of the tent, but I think it was just to the side of it.
That was a really high fly.
Yeah, big launch
fly ball.
angle on that, but you can
Yeah.
get those kind of home runs in short parks like these.
Yeah.
So
So I didn't think it was going to go out because she didn't hit it square. It was hit off like the top.
yeah. So here's Brown.
Incredible.
Brown is 0 for 2. And Copsetta strikes back with a strike. It's 0-1. So after the home run, it is now 3-2. And the 0-1. There's a little floater that Bobo catches for the first out. For the first baseman, Addison Stewart. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Here's a fly ball, popped up, shallow, and Bobo steps a little bit to her left and makes the catch. And Addison Stewart is retired as this brings up Gardaschione. Wonderful crowd this afternoon. Really not a lot of visible spots on the bleachers where one can sit, especially on the visiting side as well. These people have really packed the grandstands. Inside. Showing bunt, but retracting that, and it's going to be 1-2. Inside and called. Never mind, now it is 1-2, excuse me. Hard to keep up these days. Here's a fly ball, popped up, third base side, Urqueba backing up, and she has room to make the catch. Woodstown gets 2 runs on a 2-run shot to right center off the bat of Cara Delia, her first homer of her senior campaign. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Audubon with a bit of a higher pressure situation on their backs. 3-2 Green Wave. Bottom of the 6th inning. Press box is open for the Little League game that's going to follow this, and so is the snack stand down there, the Diamond Snack Shack. I remember promoting that place many, many times during the course of my Little League broadcasting career, but of course times have changed and personnel have changed and career paths have changed for people like myself. So here we go, as the first batter of the 6th is going to be Ava Griebel, facing off against Grace White. Strike one, right down Broadway.
I gotta believe that they would feel a little better, you know, padding that one run.
Padding the lead a little bit, yeah.
One is not really a lead, so.
Ground ball out to short, picked up. And the throw to first is in time, one away. So here is the lefty Kylie Alkins now. The senior hitting for left fielder Abby Calhoun. Alkins went out hit. Whoa, up and in to Alkins. Really had to bend backwards for that one. It's 1-0.
Yeah, I thought it hit her helmet. I saw a cloud of dust, but that must have been the catcher's mitt.
Yeah. 1-0 to Alkins. Outside. 2-0. Alkins, the senior, is 8 for 16, so a 500 hitter, 1 hit by pitch, and 2 extra base hits. There's a strike, 2-1. 1 out, nobody on, as the Green Wave lead by 1 here in the bottom of the 6th versus Alkins. Swing and a miss. Two and two. Line drive out to short, picked up, throw to first is in time by a couple of steps, and Alkins is retired on another 6-3 ground out, and it is 2 outs. And now, here is, I believe this is going to be DiValerio, and it will be, so. Adriana DiValerio batting here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-run game, 2 outs, nobody on. Woodstown really laying down the hammer. Audubon got 1 in the 5th inning. And here's the pitch to DiValerio. Poked out towards third and foul into the parking lot. And an 0-2 count to DiValerio. Emma Spire on deck for the Green Wave if the inning continues. Woodstown will have 3 outs left to defend. Although, they don't really need to do much defending here. All they need to do is get the bats rolling, get the bats hot, and they need 1 to tie it, 2 to take the lead, and Audubon would then need to be in attack mode, but we will wait until we get there. Here's the pitch, outside. Down low. poked out towards the dugout and into the dugout. Everybody's got to scramble away, find some shelter, but it's still a 2-strike count to De Valerio. Popped up, and that's going to be a base hit. That's the perfect hitting strategy right there by De Valerio. Hit it where hit it where anyone isn't. Infield was playing in, and De Valerio just hit it right over all of their heads. And now Emma Spire, who's mastered that slap single, is now going to bat here with a runner on first and 2 down in a 3-2 Audubon lead. De Valerio 1 for 3, and Spire fouls it back to the press box. Spire is also 1 for 3 in this one. That one is high. Throw down to second base is not in time, and De Valerio with a swipe bag. Grounder, foul. Got another chance here versus Spire, a 1-2 count. Outside, 2-2. First 3 for the Wolverines in the 7th will be 7, 8, and 9. Stewart, Dybus, and Wigan. Spire floats one, shallow, out towards the third baseman, Delia, and the inning is over. We go to the 7th. Audubon couldn't push across that insurance run that they so desperately needed, but now Woodstown can look to attack here and look to tie the game or better for the Wolverines. We go to the 7th, 3-2 Green Wave. Here in the top of the 7th inning, Green Wave lead 3-2 over the Woodstown Wolverines. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Doug Does Anything, your local handyman. If you need anything done, no matter how big or small, give Doug Does Anything a call at 856-412-0118. Elena Copsetta needs 3 more outs to punch Audubon's ticket into South Jersey Group 1's finals game, which will be against the Clayton Clippers on Saturday, June 3rd. But Audubon's got to get there first. They got a runner on second, but couldn't advance the ball any further and couldn't push home any runs. So 7, 8, and 9 here for Woodstown. Not an ideal situation. You'd rather have the top of your order hitting in such a crucial part of the game, but You work with the hand that you're given. So Haley Stewart, Gianna Dybus, and Emma Wigan here. As there is a strike. 1-1. Elena Copsetta looking for a complete game here. Hasn't struck out anyone since the 5th, but she has 9 strikeouts this afternoon. And a liner foul, 1-2. And of course, this year's South Jersey Group 1 finals, if it remains the same, if this score holds, would be a rematch of last year's finals matchup between Clayton and Audubon. But of course, last year Clayton went on to win 7-1. And there's a strike, double digits for Copsetta in a crucial part of the night as the freshman delivers her 10th strikeout of the afternoon, as Gianna Dybus here for the Wolverines. As the Green Wave are one step closer to approaching the Clippers on Saturday. Dybus batting here 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-up and a swing and a miss, 0-1. And of course, Audubon baseball and softball going under very similar paths. And getting knocked down at second will be Dybus, but she gets into second with a 1-out double, but she got hurt on the impact on the throw into second base. She'll get up and she'll be okay. So that'll put a runner on second for Woodstown. As the Green Wave still 2 outs away from punching their ticket. So Wigan here, after, I guess you can call that a single E9. Runner in scoring position, 1 out. Copsetta, the pitch, inside. I assume baseball practice wrapped up because some of the players are here, and I think the minor league game is already over, which that surprises me, but there's a strike. Yeah, there was a minor league, little league game going on back there, but I didn't see any umpires show up, so they might not have started yet. There's a swing and a miss. 2 strikes. For Wigan. Emily Holliday on deck at the top of the order. Inside. Excuse me, this is a pinch hitter, Hitchner. Strike 3 called, a late call. Woodstown was waiting for the call to be delivered, and unfortunately it did not play in their favor as Audubon is 1 out away from punching that ticket to the Group 1 finals in South Jersey. 11 strikeouts for Copsetta, and her last challenge will be Emily Holliday. An electric crowd here in Audubon. There's a first pitch strike to Holliday, who is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts unbroken in this game. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2. 1 strike away again. Audubon holds on. They face Clayton on Saturday. It'll be a 1 seed versus a 2 seed. Copsetta delivers inside and no call. Gotta wait one more pitch. Fans have their phones out. Everyone on their feet. Not a single rear end in a seat. Capseta steps back. Delivers again. 2-strike pitch outside. And one more try to retire Holiday with a 2-2 count. One more time. Woodstown down to their last breath. And a foul ball off towards the Walnut Street. And again, still a 2-2 count. Trying to continue the momentum. After 2 strikeouts in this inning and a single E9 that puts a runner in scoring position. Not gonna matter! Capseta, an even dozen strikeouts. And a South Jersey Group 1 finals berth for the Audubon Green Wave, as these fans love it. Everyone having a spectacular time, as everyone will shake hands at home. And Woodstown, the number 3 seed, rolls into town. They were shut out through 5. They got a 2-run home run late off the bat of Caradelia. And then with that tying run in scoring position, the Wolverines are stunned on the road.
That's nice to see. There's some hugging going on between the two teams.
I believe Eckert knows some of the Woodstown players. I saw her talking with Addison Stewart before the game, so I believe they do know each other. But
I just love
oh, look at this. Loving the energy out here, but it will be confirmed a rematch of the South Jersey Group 1 softball final from the year prior, as Clayton and Audubon will face off against each other for another season. Again, just like Cleveland and Golden State in the NBA Finals, it's going to be Audubon and Clayton again. Whether we cover that game is up in the air, considering a previous commitment, but we will see what we can do. Our next DWB broadcast will be Friday, as the Audubon Green Wave faces off against the Buna Chiefs in the South Jersey Group 1 baseball final. We are going to sign off here as the Green Wave punch their ticket to the South Jersey Group 1 softball finals versus the Clayton Clippers. From everybody here at Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, my graphics crew Gavin Van Rel and Caleb Lane, my producer Donna Wilkins, and myself Dan Wilkins, I guess Little League's going to be getting started soon, but the emotions are high for the Green Wave and so for the Wolverines. The final here, Audubon 3, Woodstown 2. We'll see you Friday. Good night, everybody.